38 years old, no kids.
Nice.
Because I ain't want them.
Good. Yeah, nobody should be having kids that don't.
Because I did it.
Yeah.
That's right. There's too many of us.
Yeah.
And I like it. That's right.
Yeah.
Man.
Every
People
single
always
one
ask,
is
when
once.
you gonna have my mom, you know, my grandma. When you get? I don't want any.
Yeah.
It's just I don't want it.
It's none of their business anyway, right?
The what?
I said it's none of their business anyway.
Yeah.
And it's as if like all humans are the same and we all want to have kids.
Yeah.
There's so many humans that don't want to have kids. There's
You
more
know-
every day that we
Yeah.
And I like having money. You know what I like to tell them? You know I don't have any kids? Because I like doing what I want all the time.
Nice.
I could go to HEB at 2 in the morning and sit in the parking lot. Because I can. It's freedom, man.
Yeah.
Freedom.
The quickest bridge to, poverty and losing freedom is having kids.
Yeah. I don't get
So,
it. And you know,
yeah. We already, even as child-free people, we're already kind of lacking a lot of freedom just because of, society and laws, how things work. So then you restrict yourself so much more by having a kid. I can't imagine like suffocating myself to that extent.
I saw you guys downtown, but I saw you getting here, and I got to stop and give them testimony that there are almost 50-year-old black men out there that are childless, and I'm one of them.
Yeah.
because I like money and time.
Hell yeah.
All right.
And
Yeah,
maybe you also don't like causing suffering too, possibly, because that's all. Think about all the suffering you avoided for someone by not bringing them into existence, and for others who already exist.
And it's a roll of the dice. The kid's
Yeah.
a rap bastard kid that's always in trouble with the law, like my brother, for instance. He's like that guy in the family. Every family has that guy that's always in trouble with the law. And that's my brother. And I'm like,
You can't guarantee anything for anyone. You can't guarantee that someone will be a good person. You can't guarantee their safety. You can't guarantee that they won't be harmed by somebody else or they won't harm us. So it's so much pressure, and why do that to somebody else and everyone around it, and then also why do that to yourself too?
Yeah.
And there's also the gamble of anyone getting in trouble with the law, even if they didn't do anything wrong. Like, there's so many wrongful convictions, and then, also like imprisoning journalists and whistleblowers and stuff. So yeah, it's a huge roll of the dice for when it comes to so many things.
Yeah.
So why risk that? Why push that gamble onto someone else when there's no need?
When you just
like, I think I should get a vasectomy. And then I saw your guys' billboard in Portland, Oregon. I'm like, And I was like, maybe not. And then I saw it, I'm like, oh God, universe, fuck you.
Generally,
but there's kids. I mean, if I want to have another kid, I should adopt.
exactly.
There's so many fucking people that need help.
Exactly.
And I could probably have a lot more fun in that.
You could probably have what?
A lot more fun in the meantime. If I know I'm not going to be making kids,
Yeah, what kind of world would you be bringing them into?
I know. 100%. It's not fair. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna go on your website and see what it is. But because you're so ambiguous with your marketing, it's just like, stop having kids, that's it. And I'm like, well,
We want people to be curious and ask questions and go to the website and stuff.
Yeah, no, I think it's smart. Give them a reason to follow up. Yeah. Make it vague and make it clear.
Yeah.
I wish I would have took that advice earlier.
Just don't have any more. Take the advice now.
You've never had kids before, you don't really know what you're talking about.
Why? Why do I have to have kids to not know what I'm talking
It's
about?
genetic. When you have a kid, it's like you're wired for it.
No,
You don't understand.
You don't have to be one. Just because you are wired for it doesn't mean that you have to do it.
Of course that you don't have to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
But
And
you're
you
missing the most
shouldn't.
important-
It's the more responsible
you're
choice
missing
to
the more
not do
important
it.
part about being a human being.
No, I'm not. What?
So what is this? What does this mean?
Stop having kids. It's a lot. Trying to encourage people to not procreate and try to present alternatives to them. So One alternative is, of course, just like being child-free, which a lot of people are taught like that it's not okay to be. A lot of people are taught like you won't be a whole person or fulfilled if you don't have kids. The other option is there's all kinds of other ways to care for already existing life. So fostering, adopting, helping houseless people, non-human animals, mentoring, donating, volunteering, etc. So we think instead of bringing someone into existence, which you're not harming anyone or depriving anyone by not bringing them into existence, we think we should be prioritizing and focusing on life that already exists here right now and is in need. Which there's not a lot of that. Like for adoption, for example, most people who adopt it's because they tried for years and years to have their own children, and it didn't work out. So we're kind of like the counter. So we're trying to say that like adoption should be a first resort, but we also want people to be realistic about what they can handle in the first place, because a lot of us struggle to even care for ourselves. So if that's the case, maybe we shouldn't make anyone a dependent on us.
So how do you feel about sterilization?
I mean, I'm all for elective sterilization, not forceful sterilization. Yeah.
What about for criminals?
Well, I think there's a lot of people who are criminals even though they've never like gone to prison or anything. A lot of humans are just criminal in themselves. A lot of them.
That's fair.
I mean, I think it's criminal just to bring someone into this world. I mean,
Really? You would consider that a crime?
I mean, not like a crime where someone should be put behind bars or anything, but I consider it like an act of abuse.
Why y'all trying to chop niggas' balls off?
We're not trying to do that.
We're trying to.
It's all about
We're trying to do it with the
choice.
Crockers as well.
What?
We're trying to get this message to everybody.
Why? Stop having kids.
Yeah.
No, why? What's the reason, man?
Well, we want.
Don't let her say it.
We would rather people help already existing life that's here now. So whether that's like other children, other adults, other animals, and yeah, rather than bringing another person.
But you know, if we stop having kids, you know that we're gonna go extinct, correct?
Well, we're actually already in like the 6th mass species extinction right now that like we've actually caused. So we're already headed towards extinction regardless. And it's really kind of unrealistic to think that 8 billion people are just going to stop procreating, you know, all of a sudden that like we're going to go extinct. So so that's like very unrealistic to think. So yeah.
Stop having kids, or is it stop having kids without a purpose?
No, it's like stop having kids across the board.
You got no kids.
I don't have any kids.
So you're not gonna have no kids.
And just deal with what we got
So you
going
gonna
on
go
right now.
90, you gonna go 90 and not have no kids.
I don't want to live until I'm 90, so.
I get your point about like the going extinct or whatever, but that would take 400 to 600 years.
to start that process though?
But why would we
We're already in it. We're already in that
Yeah,
process to begin with
But
anyway.
two wrongs don't make a right.
That's true, but let's just say hypothetically speaking, if humanity was like, okay, we're just gonna like stop procreating, then we would like create systems and make it so that it's not like such a harsh extinction. Like right now we're headed towards, you know, scarcity for water, food, like our air is
Believe
so
in Big G?
polluted already.
You believe in Big G?
I don't really believe in like a god per se.
That's why y'all promoting this.
It's not
That's
true.
why.
We actually have Christians
Big
and
G.
people who like believe in God that do participate with us.
Big G will
That's how you got it.
and have another child to be raised, another prince,
You a supernatural.
another
motherfucker.
princess.
He say be fruitful and multiply.
Yeah, it do.
You have to multiply.
No, you don't.
You mean like
You have to
another
spread your seeds. These
You
are our
literally don't
seeds.
have to do any of those things at all. You can like live your life the way you want.
We pollinate.
That's part of our.
Yeah.
Bees pollinate. You feel what I'm saying?
That's part of our
You're not a
purpose.
bee. You're
I'm a human being.
and you
No,
can rationalize
but we're all similar.
and you can like.
We are all under the same chain of command. 100%.
but you
Because
can
Big G
also
made the
make
bee, and Big G
actual
made the
choices.
lion, and Big G made me. You understand?
Yeah.
So that means
So that means you can just do whatever you want. No, that's not
don't do
true.
whatever you want.
So you
but you
don't
gotta
have,
spread
so you
your
don't have
seeds.
sex.
No, you don't.
So you don't have sex.
That where the fuck did we say that? You can have all the sex you want, but that doesn't mean that you have to have kids. So we recommend vasectomies and birth control and condoms. We recommend sex for pleasure, not for procreation. That's what it should be for. So.
But I thought that was the whole plan of procreation.
It doesn't have to be, no.
What I'm gonna do is, I'm kind of gauge, right? I don't know yet if I'm gonna have.
So, do you think the wealthy should
No, I don't think anyone should procreate.
So you don't want any kids?
No, if I wanted kids, I'd rather adopt or foster, but no, I don't want kids. I've never been like big on having kids anyway. Like I was always kind of impartial to it. I never was like, oh, I need to have kids, and I also wasn't like, oh, staunchly against it. But like 5 years ago or so, I went vegan, and I just realized like the apathy of humanity, and one of the best ways to like figure that out is.
Never mind, he went back in.
Yeah, anyway, so if you want a card, here you go. There's some more information on there. You can check out the website.
It really sounds like that y'all just want people to stop having kids without, or having kids while going through problems the way you can't fully take care of your kids. So I asked her, I'm gonna ask you, do you think the wealthy should have kids?
I don't think anyone should have
kids good fully.
If someone can do that, they should help someone who's already here now. So if you have the means and the capabilities to have children and care for someone else.
But I'm saying if we have somebody that only have like 10 to 20 years left, we should just help them and not keep it going.
Yeah, there are species that go extinct every single day. Like humans, we're just another species.
So you don't like humans, do you?
It's not that I don't like humans. I actually like humans, but I would rather that we care for humans that are here now and make life and like improve the quality of life and quality of the existence for those that are here now. And also, like I said earlier, it's like completely unrealistic to think that 8 billion people are going to stop procreating. So like we should focus on making sure that all those future generations aren't totally fucked and that they have some sort of like decent, future. Because like right now, regardless of whether like the climate is good or not, we're headed towards like a crazy surveillance state. We're not going to have any kind of privacy. Slowly but surely, all of our rights are being taken away. So like we're bringing kids into a fucked up system that they never agreed to.
Well, what if the kids are here to make the difference? And
why don't you make the difference instead of placing that burden on somebody else?
I ain't gonna lie, from what I'm hearing, it sounds like the message is take care of what we have.
Yeah.
Not stop having kids.
No, it's stop having kids and then take care of what we have, of who we have.
Redirect the resources to take care of what we have.
But I'm saying, why would we? If we take care of what we have, why would we stop having kids? If we take care
because
of
we already can't take care of who we have to begin with.
It just blows my mind that I've not seen this before, and it's so important. And it blows my mind that it's not a bigger thing. I didn't even know you guys existed.
Yeah, we're definitely trying to normalize child freedom. And have you heard of antinatalism? So we're antinatalists. So we don't believe that humans in general should be procreating and like bringing new life into existence. Obviously, like for stop having kids, that's an unrealistic goal because
of course, that's not the point. It's just to get
humans
someone
are
to stop
human.
and talk to you.
Yeah, exactly. And so we want to like spark that dialogue and also get people to hopefully think critically about the ethical implications of bringing someone into existence.
Yeah, because they just fucking do it.
Yeah.
And it blows my mind because everyone's about, it's funny to me, so this is weird, but it's funny to me how people flip out about people that buy dogs from breeders. And it's like, adopt, don't shop. But I had 8 kids.
Yeah.
And it's like, why the fuck didn't you adopt?
I will answer your question.
Oh yeah, so what is one unselfish reason to have children?
To leave the world better when you leave the world.
Really?
Yes.
How is that done?
Well, when I die, my children will continue doing good in the world when I'm not there.
What have you done and what will they do?
I'm not going to tell you my life story or their life story because they're unborn, but that's the reason.